I'm your County Mayor Daniella Levine Cava, and every year it's my responsibility to propose a budget. It has to be balanced, and fiscal year starts October. This year is a little bit different because we have 5 independent constitutional offices. Those include the sheriff, clerk and comptroller, tax collector, election supervisor, and property appraiser. Here in Florida, we do not have a state income tax, unlike most states. Property taxes are set based on the value of the property, and it's called a millage rate. This year, we're proposing to keep it flat. We've been able in the last 2 years to reduce the millage rate, the lowest tax rate since 1982, and the first time in many years that it has gone down. The millage rate flat allows us to continue services at the same rate, not enhancing them, but making sure that basic services are provided that the community wants and needs. Housing is essential. Everybody needs a decent place to live, a roof over their heads, some place that is safe, and the cost of housing has gone up astronomically. Unfortunately, with those increased costs, our salaries have not gone up to keep pace. So we have declared a housing crisis of affordability starting in 2022, and we have been working around the clock. We're building thousands of new units that people can afford. It's critically important that we maintain our infrastructure. That includes buildings, roads, bridges, transit, everything that is built and has to be maintained. And unfortunately, we're making up for lost time. So for example, at the airport, we invested an unprecedented $9 billion in capital improvements and maintenance of infrastructure. We're also looking at bridges. We just received $100 million from the federal government to rebuild the Venetian Causeway, which is a critical evacuation route from Miami Beach to the mainland. Our water and sewer system that had leakages, and under federal court decree and state mandates, we have invested $2 billion over the time since I've come into office. That is the largest water infrastructure project in the history of Florida. World-class cities have world-class transit, and we know the only solution to traffic is better transit. So we have been aggressively pursuing corridors under our SMART program that include the Southdade Transitway, which will be the longest in the world electric bus rapid transit fleet and will be done within the year. We have the Northeast Corridor where Brightline travels, but now we're building out to local stops. We have express bus routes on 836 coming from 2 locations. We are living in times when people are feeling increased stress, more depression, more anxiety, and it's so very important that we bring mental health programming to all of our departments and to the community. And I'm very proud we brought the crisis response unit to our police department, where mental health professionals ride with our police officers, and they arrive at the scene and they've been able to significantly reduce violence in those calls and help to bring the temperature down. I'm known as the water warrior. There is nothing more critical. Water is life. We have to protect our bay. It's a $64 billion economic engine. It's our lifeline to our health and our recreation as well. And we have done so much to protect our bay. I've created the first ever Office of Innovation and Economic Opportunity, and we have our Future Ready Economic Development Plan. It includes emphasis on our small businesses, innovation, and our pipeline to good jobs. One of the great initiatives we've launched is the Climate Tech Hub. We're the only climate tech hub in the entire nation. Tech hubs around the country, but the only one dedicated to climate, and we received $20 million from the U.S. Department of Commerce to launch it. It's going to create well-paid jobs in the climate economy. We also have a program just for small businesses that are still the backbone of our economy, Strive 305, and we've helped 15,000 businesses already with technical assistance, access to loans and grants like the RISE Fund and BizUp. We have revitalized our social services program here in Miami-Dade County because we know how important it is for people to have the support that they need so that their families can prosper. We've addressed children, for example, who are at risk of drowning. So much water everywhere, which is a paradise, but so many children don't know how to swim. So our Zero Drownings program is going to provide for children from 4 to 5 years of age all around Miami-Dade County, 20,000 children per year. Everyone in Miami-Dade County loves our pets, and so it's critically important that they're well cared for. We know that we have an overpopulation of stray cats and dogs, and we're aggressively addressing it through increased access to spay-neuter services. We are working with rescue groups. We've started a new street cat clinic in partnership with private philanthropy. We are working with students from University of Florida Veterinary School and so many other partners, so we can do tens of thousands of these surgeries every year. We also want to be sure that people who have pets don't abandon them and they can afford to keep them. So we're providing free veterinary services and food for people over 65, and on many occasions, if people need help, we will provide it so that they can keep their pets rather than abandoning them. As your mayor, I listen to you, and you have told us since I'm in office what are your key priorities, and we are aggressively addressing housing, affordability, infrastructure needs, transit and traffic, public safety, our environment, because our environment is our economy, family needs from older adults to children, and our pets. So we are addressing all of these, and we're grateful for your participation.